At one time or another, you've probably heard a growling dog and instinctively known to keep your distance. Most people regard growling in dogs as a warning, and it is. It's a good idea for dog owners to have a deeper understanding of growling in their dogs so they know how to properly deal with it. Before we move on with this video, you need to grab the free Dog Training Secrets Guide, in which I have disclosed the deepest dog training secrets that professional dog trainers don't want you to know about. These training secrets would help you have a well-behaved, super intelligent, smart and obedient dog without spending hours in training him/her. Link to the free, secret training technique guide is in the description below. Exclamation mark. Why do dogs growl? Growling is one way your dog communicates with you. It growls to let you know that it's afraid, in pain, or needs for you to back away from its possessions or territory. Often your first instinct is to run from a growling dog or to punish it for growling. Because growling can be the first sign of more serious aggression, it's important to handle a growling dog appropriately. Your dog is trying to tell you something when it growls. Growling is a sign of an underlying problem. Rather than teaching your dog not to growl, it's vital that you determine the reason why the dog is growling and address that issue. Once the underlying problem has been dealt with, it's likely the growling will be reduced or eliminated altogether. Pain. Several situations can cause your dog to growl. If your dog is growling as a reaction to pain or illness, you may notice that it only growls when certain parts of its body are touched. The dog may also show other symptoms of illness or injury, such as decreased appetite, lethargy, weight loss, biting or licking specific areas of its body, or hair loss. The solution to the problem of a dog that growls because of pain or illness is to immediately call your veterinarian. The proper medical treatment should alleviate the pain, which should lessen or stop the growling. Fear. If your dog typically growls at strangers, specific people, such as children or men, or when the dog is in an unfamiliar place, the growls are most likely due to fear. A dog may also growl in situations that trigger fears, such as during thunderstorms or fireworks displays. If you can determine the cause of the fear, the natural course of action is to remove it, if possible, from the dog's life. If determining the cause or removing the cause seems impossible, reach to a behavior specialist for help. Territoriality. An example of this is the dog that growls at the mail carrier or delivery person or any other person that the dog thinks doesn't belong on its property. If a dog growls as a consequence of territorial aggression, you may also notice it growling over other territories, like its place on the couch or its spot on the bed. The dog may growl whenever it senses that someone is encroaching on its perceived territory. This someone could be a stranger or even a family member. This type of behavior can be modified and is best determined and helped by a specialist. Possession aggression. This is also referred to as resource guarding. A dog that displays possession aggression may growl when someone approaches it while it's eating, playing with certain toys, or chewing on a bone or rawhide. This reaction can be avoided with a training program that will help your dog understand appropriate reactions. Having fun. Some dogs naturally growl when they're having a great time. This growling often occurs when two or more dogs are playing with one another or if the play is associated with tug toys. This is usually a harmless expression of feelings. It should be monitored closely, though, especially with puppies, since the growling behavior can quickly move toward aggression. How to stop growling. As a dog owner, you probably get upset when your dog growls. Your first reaction may be to suppress the growling by scolding or punishing the dog. This is never a good idea. By teaching your dog that growling isn't acceptable behavior, you're taking away its ability to warn you that it may bite. You may have heard stories about dogs that bite with no warning. But, in many cases, this is because the owners train their dogs not to give a warning growl first. The key to getting a dog to stop growling is not to suppress the growls, but rather to deal with the underlying problem. Once the pain, fear, possession aggression, or territoriality has been dealt with, the dog will no longer need to growl. In-depth training. Territoriality, possession aggression, and fear are serious behavior problems. Depending on the degree of the behavioral problem, the dog may respond well to a training program or may need a much more in-depth behavior modification program. A dog trainer or animal behaviorist can help you evaluate the dog and determine the best course of action for dealing with these issues. As you work with this type of trainer, be as specific as possible as to what you think triggered the growling. The trainer will likely work with the dog to slowly condition it to accept the trigger and not growl in its presence. Do you want to have a well-behaved, obedient and calm pet dog without spending hours in training him? Check out the first link in the description and download the Secret Training Technique guide absolutely free. It is available for free only for a limited period of time. Thanks for watching the video. Comment below if you liked the video. Please subscribe to the Little Paws Training channel if you are serious about training and grooming your dog. Also, join our Facebook group where you get all the solutions to your daily doggy problems.